If you want to present or share your screen during a Google Meet, click the Present Now icon, and you'll see your three options. If you choose to present your entire screen, your participants will see your entire screen. If you choose to present a window, your participants will see just the window that you choose to share. And if you choose to share a tab, your participants will see that tab only, which means you'll be able to use the other tabs to multitask. Sharing a tab is also the best for video and animation. I'll walk you through all of your options. If you choose to present your entire screen, you will see I actually have two screens. The first screen is where I have the Google Meet, and the second screen is where I have the Google Classroom that I want to present to my students. If I click on that screen, I would then click Share. This message helps you to avoid mirroring. Let me explain what this means. If you have a Google Meet open and you share your entire screen, you will get a mirroring effect. So you want to make sure when you're sharing your screen that you're not sharing the screen with the Google Meet, because you will get a mirroring effect. You could also get a lot of feedback. Since I am sharing this screen with my Google Classroom, I'm not going to have a mirroring effect. So I'm going to choose Ignore. So now you can see my entire screen. If you remember in the past, you would get this message that just says you're presenting to everyone and you don't see your actual presentation. This has changed now. Now, in the Google Meet, you will actually see your entire presentation and what you are sharing with the class. So if I go over to the screen that I'm sharing the entire screen with my students. Which means if I open up a new tab, my students will see that on their screen. With the new user interface, you'll be able to see what you're presenting. This will take away the question of, can you see my screen? Because you'll be able to see what your students see. If you unpin the presentation, it will become the same size as your students, thus giving you more real estate to see more of your students. Your students can also choose to pin your presentation if they need to see it larger. Let's look at sharing a window. I'm going to stop presenting, and I'm going to present now and share a window. Now this will show you all of the different windows that I have open, whether it's a Google Meet, the new tab, or even my calendar on my computer. So you could choose a different window to share, and your participants will only see the window that you choose to share. So if I choose Google, new tab, and share, I know that's on my other screen. And once it loads, again, I have the full screen for my students. And I can toggle back and forth between the different tabs for my students. And they will see the different tabs that I go to. So this doesn't lend itself to multitasking. However, if I access my calendar, you cannot see that I have access to my calendar, as it's a separate window from the one that I am presenting. I'm going to stop presenting and show you what it looks like to share a tab. So remember, if you're sharing a video on YouTube, you want to present a tab, because then your participants will be able to hear it best. So click a tab, and you will see all of the tabs that you have open. So if I wanted to show my students a YouTube video, I simply click the tab and click Share. This loads as my presentation, and if I choose to show a video, my students would see and hear it. What's great about Tab View is that you don't see any of my other tabs open at the top of my browser. So if I switch to another tab, the participants will not see that tab unless you choose to share that tab instead. If you switch tabs, you need to click the Share this tab instead button so that your participants will be on that same tab as you. So now I've switched tabs and I'm on Classroom Demo. If I click Share this tab instead, that's actually going to show the Google Meet. And now you can see that mirroring effect that relates to that first message I showed you. This is why you do not want to share your screen if it contains a Google Meet, because you'll get this hall of mirrors, as they call it, because it just continues down this long hallway and it mirrors through. Your participants also will hear an extreme amount of feedback. You can quickly hit stop to stop sharing that tab, as well as to stop presenting altogether. So those are the 3 different ways that you can present in Google Meet.